Hello everyone. I've come back up to Blakeburn Creek here. I love this little creek. Little gems that no one seems to know about. I managed to grab 2 cells at the top end of the claimed area, up by the new coal mine, and I'm just wandering around now, seeing what kind of access there is to the creeks, because there are a few little ones, plus the main Blakeburn Creek here. And I just stumbled across an old road that I didn't see on any of the maps. And it seems to be walking down towards one of the draws. I'm gonna go see if there's a creek at the bottom of it. Getting onto this road from the main road with the quad or something would be a challenge, but down here it's a beautiful little road. And I see a little draw there. I think I'm coming up on the creek. Creek might be dry. We're late August right now. Well, early August. We're August right now. So, yes. The creek has dried up. Although I hear, I hear gurgling water. I sure don't see any gurgling water, but I hear gurgling water, so there is some liquid around. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's a tiny, tiny bit of water here. I'd definitely be able to dig myself enough of a little pond to pan in if I want to test pan this little creek. As I said, Blakeburn seems to be a little gem that no one knows about. Very few claims on it. There's, half a dozen or so. I have known 3 of them. And the gold here, when you find it, when you find the pockets of gold, the gold is great. Oh, look at that little creek. That is beautiful. I have found a fairly large nugget on Blakeburn Creek. I found lots of pickers. But again, you have to find those little pockets. When you do, they're rich. If you don't find the pocket, easy to get skunked here. Love this little creek. I should go grab my pan. I'm sure I could find a big enough pool there that I could do a couple pans in. Well, first I'm going to go see if there's other areas. This one's easy to get at, so I can come back here easy enough if I need to. This is a fairly good little old road. I'm not sure where it's going to now, but might as well follow it for a bit. Brilliant me, again, just walked away from the vehicle without anything. No water, no bear spray, no nothing. Remember to grab the camera. I get too excited some days. Used to be an old logging or mining road of some sort. And it goes off a Datave. This might actually take us back down to the main creek. But not right now. I'm going to go to the road that I know does lead down towards the main creek and see what it's like. Well, I'm back up at the car. Just wandering over here to the coal mine. Gonna take some shots of the coal mine. This is the Blakeburn coal mine, although it goes by a different name now. Weekend's probably not running right now, although I do hear some activity over there. I hear an engine going. I heard a big clang earlier. So there's obviously someone there. Here's another view of the mine. See a bunch of black way up there in the future, obviously, or future distance, way up there in the distance. windy day at the Blakeburn coal mine. Just stopped at another one of the little babbling brooks that's going through the claim here. I'll walk down to it and see what it looks like. It runs through a bit more like forest floor type stuff. So it doesn't look that great for mining in any way, unless you want to break down through the forest floor. But I just wanted to see how much water. It has a nicer flow, that's for sure. Oh, look at that. There's even a little pool here I could have panned in. Now this one just doesn't look right for mining. Maybe it got steeper down below and might expose more gravels, but just doesn't look right. But water in it. Late August still. Well, the roads take me close to Blakeburn itself. I'm just above it right now. My car is just outside over there. Unfortunately, it pushed me off the bottom of the claim, so right now I'm not actually on my claim. Close to it though. I won't have to go far up creek to get to it. And actually, the walk down would be really quick. Steep, but quick, because we're right here. There was another road. Unfortunately, there was a tree across it that went up onto my claim better. Because as I said, this is not quite on my claim. The other road looked to go right onto the claim. It might take some clearing to get a nice path. Oh, here's a path. Look at that trail. That leads upriver to where my claim is. Yay! There we are. There's Blakeburn Creek. That's not far. As I said, I love Blakeburn. It's just this little gem. I should have tied up my shoes. I just slipped them on. Had my sandals on earlier going through a creek. Ooh, on a rock. Big rock. Okay. Not much reason for me to come down any further. Unless I had a pan with me and wanted to walk up onto my claim. But there it is. I'm gonna go see if I can walk down that other road and see where it goes. So I found an old road that leads right down onto the claim perfectly. I'm gonna walk. I walked down it already. Found it did. So then I came back to my truck to get the gold pan and shovel. I'm gonna walk down to the creek and do a few pans down there and see what I can find. The road is overgrown and there's trees and stuff falling over it. But actually, I think you could open it up. Chainsaw, half a day, could open it up to drive a vehicle, basically to the creek. There was a nice big clearing in there that you could set up camp at. Quite nice. So, there's the road right now. I'll take some more shots as I go down there. Yeah, so there's nothing on this old road here that a chainsaw and some grunt work wouldn't fix. A rock to move out of the way, a couple trees that are down. But so far, what I've seen, I'd be able to drive my SUV down here after 20 minutes worth of work. Pretty cool. Nice big clearing down here. Big flat area if you want to set up a big camp. No problem. We are within the old coal mine. In fact, I keep seeing big cables all over the ground, and that road we came down to get to here was right beside, obviously, one of their big cable lanes where they were winching things up the hill, because there's dozens of old 1-inch cables laying on the ground there. Now, I'm not sure where the road went from here. Oh, there it is. It goes down for the creek. Just over there. How typical. I fight all the way down in here. I get to the creek where I want to go to test pan, and I find the other road. Which obviously quadders have been keeping open. It looks like it comes down the hill here, crosses the creek, and then up the other side. I wouldn't take my SUV down this one, mind you, but the quadders obviously have no problem with the quads. And I think I might leave that way and see what that road looks like. Should take me back to the vehicle as well. Might be a bit longer, but oh well. There's the creek. Let's go see what's got. And the road does come right down to the creek here. I've done a couple pans just in a few different random spots, and I found one little piece of gold and one little piece of platinum. This creek is known for having platinum in it. And one little frog. Run, little frog, run. Okay, but the spot I'm panning here doesn't seem exactly right. It's not steep enough. It's not canyon-y-ish enough. There's a good word for you. I'm going to keep looking for a bit and see if I can find a nicer spot for panning. And see what I can find. And it also seems too small here. Wonder if two different creeks come in real close to make the bigger creek I saw just down below. I'm going to walk and see where this trail leads. Maybe it leads over to the other one. Who knows? The road definitely goes on. The quadders have been keeping it open. Nice big open field here. Well, I'm not going to go any further because I don't know where it's going. I will go and look at this on a map more and see if that road leads back to the creek or something. But for right now, I don't want to go any farther. I'm a little out of breath walking up the hill. So, one of my fears was that up this far on Blakeburn, we'd get out of the good river, which I think we did a bit. Obviously still has gold. It's after like 3 or 4 pans. I found a couple of specks, but not as good as down below, that's for sure. Now, this is Blakeburn Creek. It can skunk you quite easy. I could have been just inches off of a nugget. But up here, it doesn't quite seem right. It'd be perfect for someone that had a quad. You could drive right to the creek. A little bit of work, you could drive a vehicle almost right to it. Okay, I'm gonna head back and see what else I can find on this claim. Walking up and out the other road, came across this old structure. It could have been an old cabin, could have been part of the old mine. We're definitely in sort of excavated areas. You can definitely tell around here was part of the old mine. In fact, I see a great big dirt hill up there, which is probably one of the tailings type piles. I'm gonna head up that way and see what it looks like before I try to find my way back to my vehicle. I wouldn't say I'm exactly lost, but walking up this way, I'm definitely not walking towards the vehicle at the moment. Oh well, we'll get there. If worse comes to worse, I got the GPS marked in my pocket. But let's just go wander. Oh, I found the car. Made it back to the car. I drove down the hill looking for more access roads. I saw a couple more roads going in, but nothing major. That claim up there is a ho-hum claim. It's not great. I just stopped at my good claim on Blakeburn. This is BB Nugs. Just wanted to see how much water was going through down here compared with up top. And yeah, I would say there's at least 3 times as much water here as where I was up top. This is my favorite claim on Blakeburn. It's awesome. good spot for panning is just up above this waterfall and just around the corner. You sort of walk through the water there, climb up those rocks, and then hobble over those cobbles. And up there's some great spots for panning. I'm very hot after hiking. I might go for a dip. Wash my face. This is a beautiful spot. I found the nugget. 200 yards up that way. I do prospect and test claims and then sell them. And I always put a value on all my claims, whether I want to sell them or not. And you know, I valued this one here at $10,000. The one just downriver from it at $2,000. That one way up top, I'd put a value at about $800 on it. These down here are much, much better claims. But if someone was into quadding and wanted to quad into that one, had a quad, that would be an alright place. Gold might not be there as good though, as it is down here. Ooh, butterfly. Butterfly fluttered by. Well everyone, this is Blakeburn once again. I was on the BB4 claim up top and then the BB Nugs here. What a beautiful sight. The top of this claim has a really big waterfall. Well guys, until the next one, bye.